Mystic, and welcome to the Wacky Woo tonight, Friday night. Of course, my guest is JSNIP4. You can find him at JSNIP4 here on YouTube and also at his Patreon, patreon.com/JSNIP4. Mr. Joe, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been tough trying to get a live stream going lately. I get banned and I come back, but then we got to cancel. And I got Woo Dude, he's coming. He had a kind of emergency. He had to cancel. Like, holy crap, we had a special guest tonight. They had to cancel. Man. But I'm like, we're going tonight.
What's that? Is it a Mercury retrograde? What the hell?
I know. I thought that thing was ending or whatever. Like, hey.
Yeah, but you know what? I said that to Janine. I think it was Tuesday or on the Wednesday show. And she says, yeah, but sometimes the week after the retrograde is really where all the shit hits the fan. I'm like, okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us here tonight on this live interactive show. As Joe just alluded to here, we just missed our special guest, not feeling well tonight, under the weather. And so that will be for some other time. And we're sorry, but we're like, oh, we can't reschedule this one more time. We've already done this twice, Joe and I. And we said, oh my God, we have so many things to talk about in a Wacky Woo. Anyways, so we are going to be spending our time with you tonight, Friday night, to have some fun here. Joe, where do you want to start? You want to start with Alec Baldwin? What the hell?
I guess, yeah, because you could pick anywhere. There's all kinds of shit to talk about in categories. But yeah, what the hell is going on with this guy? They're filming a movie and somehow a live round got into the gun. It's not supposed to have a live round in it, but somehow it did.
Top guns can't even fire usually, or they have like a different mechanism altogether for blanks or whatever it is.
It's and I don't know who. I mean, I read a little bit. I'm not sure exactly who got killed. Do you know the person's name? Was it just some random, like?
I think it's a woman, but I didn't get the name. And the other thing weird about this too, somebody sent me this, I haven't verified this just before the show, but apparently he had tweeted in 2017 or 18, I wonder what it's like to shoot somebody by mistake or mistakenly shoot somebody or something like that.
I saw that. I saw the tweet and someone posted that and then, recent events. And I think his statement then was basically about people who have guns accidentally shoot someone, like, he's one of these left wingers that, I don't want anyone having guns. You shouldn't have a gun. I wonder what it's like if you accidentally kill somebody. I think that's where that comment initially came from.
Right.
And then he just accidentally killed somebody with a gun. Again, you couldn't make it up. Like everything that's happening now, and it's mostly Trump and Biden, or Jen Psaki, whoever the hell, her dumb name, with all the stuff she gets asked, all the answers she had, like, this is all stuff that they tried to get on Trump, and he had great answers, great responses, great everything. How about the oil pipeline? What was the thing she said? People are spending money. It's good. Inflation or whatever. It just means people are spending money. They've got money.
It means demand is high or something.
Yeah, like that was it. Like you've got to sit there because remember when Obama had that guy? Was it Carney? Something Carney. Yeah. He was the spokes guy for a while. Yeah, and even back then, when they at least could make up something that was half decent, that you could just go, oh, okay,
yeah.
Even though most of us knew like bullshit, but the average person would go, oh, okay. That guy couldn't take it, and he was gone. Yeah. I'm done with this position. Jen, on the other hand,
man, she
deserves some kind of like award, a major award. For what she's like, she just rolls with it like it's almost satire. Like it's just this the Onion we're watching. It's a real answer. Next, please. Next question.
Yeah, I just like how can you do that with a straight face? Like I'd want to shoot myself. I'm like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll get back to her and Biden with the stiff arm. Yeah. What the hell was that? But let's go back to Baldwin here. I got this little thing here. Let me see if I can share that with the audience. Yeah, that's what somebody sent me. I just found it again here. Yeah. I wonder what it must feel like to wrongfully kill someone. Yeah, 2017. Yeah. So is the person dead? Injured? Another?
Yeah, there was two people. One person I thought died, and one person was injured, I thought.
Wow.
Yeah, one killed and one injured.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, guys in the chat, thank you for joining us. What do you guys think is happening here? Like, is this a prop? Is this a way? Is this retaliation? Is this the good guys trying to get the bad guys in some kind of bind here? Like, you tell us, what scenario in the chat? What do you think this is? Is it weird? Is it just an accident? It's weird to have an accident.
And I still would like to know who got shot. Was it some major actor? You know.
Let me see again if I can find that. Okay, Joe, you tell us what you think this is, and I'll try to find here who that person who got shot.
Yeah, it's someone wrote that's a cover up because he's in jail. I don't know. I really don't know. Whenever you see it again, it's on CNN too, of course. So it's something that was supposed to happen by somebody. Who? Good guy, bad guy, like what was the other actor's name that was cutting the food on the table and like making threats? What was his name? Remember him? He's with the pedogate stuff. Maybe the audience don't go, oh, that's so-and-so.
Not sure who you're talking about.
Yeah, real well-known guy too.
I have the name of the person. It's Helena Hutchins, photography director. Director of
how could the director of photography get killed? If you're not even in the scene being as an actor, and obviously you're thinking he probably had a gun, he's playing the part.
Yeah,
you're not going to point at her and pull the trigger. I mean, something just doesn't make sense.
Or was he just fucking around? He was not even on set, and he was playing with the prop. Ha ha ha, bitch! And boom, like what happened? Like it's just so weird.
Yeah, or some kind of like someone wrote dark sacrifice. Yeah, could be a.
Well, that's what I was alluding to. Yeah, that's a good point, Mark.
Kevin Spacey, that's the other guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean about the Queen thing?
All kinds of stuff. He's been with Epstein. He's been with Clinton. He's been with all of them.
Yeah,
and he was like making a. Remember, there was like 3 guys that said, "Oh, he raped me or did something." I think it was men. Yeah. And he was basically.
It was also in Family Guy. Remember? Quick! I'm just running out of Kevin Spacey's basement. Did you remember that? No, there was.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it was done on purpose by somebody. We know that much.
Yeah.
Just you'd have to be the ones who did it to understand why or how or whatever, but just
he's on the show on
incredibly strange.
Right now, there's a show on Amazon Prime with Baldwin. It's called Dr. Death. He's not Dr. Death. Dr. Death is this other guy who was in Fringe. I forget his name. And so Alec Baldwin is another doctor trying to remove this doctor's license so he doesn't kill other people here. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. Is he arrested? Is he at the spa? Like, I don't know. Do we know that he had ties with these people in the same vein as Kevin Spacey?
Alec? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I never heard about that. Yeah. Anyways, you guys in the chat, let us know. It was kind of funny. Well, it's not funny. Of course, it's not funny. If the story is true, that's the other thing. If the story is true, like, did anybody die? I don't know. We don't know anything anymore. That's the crazy part of all of this. Okay, let's go back to our favorite. Oh, actually, while we're on the movie stuff, Joe, have you seen this show on Netflix, The Squid Game?
Yeah, my wife started watching it from the beginning, and I came in the room I think one night, and she was like, there was like 3 episodes to go, so I'm like sitting there watching it with her. I watched basically the ending, but as soon as I watched it, I'm like, Evelyn, this is Jeffrey Epstein. They're showing you what happened at Jeffrey Epstein and these elite islands and stuff. In my opinion, and not with older people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's what they're showing you. Like, this is exactly what they were doing, having them play games and.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the funny part, because they're like, oh well, we're not going to be so obvious. They put adults playing the games, but of course, Just switch over the cast of adults for kids, and there you go. You have the whole scenario, and especially towards the end where you're getting all these elites come in for the special finale and all that. It just gives me a weird.
Right, and he wanted the undercover cop guy. He wants him coming to the bathroom with me.
Yeah.
I can't show my face. Oh, you are okay. Yeah. Like.
I can't show my face because they'll kill me.
And again, underwater.
I'll kill you.
Underwater entrance.
Yeah.
To this place. Give me a break.
They're thinking here they have to take scuba tanks to get in there. Yeah, it's very like, and also there's that sub layer of the organ harvesting in that too.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, if you haven't seen that, go check that out.
And I'm like, it was killing me hearing their, the English overlays or whatever, because they were all talking in Japanese or whatever it was. You know, they're like trying to fill in the right word in English, and they just don't have the right emotion at the right time. And like,
okay, it's easy a little bit, but I'm used to watching some of these independent films, like the German.
It was doable.
Yeah, it was doable. But what's more hilarious is the laughter. The laughter is so wrong. Yeah. Like nobody laughs like that. It's oh my god! It sounds like Beavis and Butthead laughing.
Serious.
Yeah, doesn't work. Oh, okay. All right, what else have I got? Well, let's go, Brandon. I mean, of course, it's just been censored here on YouTube.
Yeah, well, the rap video, because he said something about something you're not supposed to talk about. Even in parody form, YouTube, nope. That's medical misinformation.
Yep.
Like, YouTube's not smart enough to know the guy's making a rap song. He's just rapping. No. But he's mentioned a line in there that said off limits.
And you know what's funny, too? I mean, it's the hypocrisy is so amazing because all the videos, and including that lady, remember who she was holding Trump's...
Oh, yeah, Kathy Griffin.
Yep. Yeah, Kathy. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. Oh, yeah, that's just art. Don't worry about that. But here, because they're chanting, not let's go, Brandon. You know what they're saying, bitch. Anyways, it's hilarious. Anyways. Can you imagine, though? The more they're doing this, in my mind, I was looking at this, like, is this going to work? Like, how many hits does this video have already on other platforms? Like, now everybody wants to see it. Like, it's just... One
of them was, maybe it was the YouTube one. It was already up to 2.5 million when I saw it, but it lasted a while after I saw it before it was taken down. A full day at least.
What do you guys think about this? Do you like this song?
Let's go, Brandon.
I love the bass line.
Okay, so check this out. You know that guy Awaken with JP Sears?
Yeah,
he's like
JP Sears.
You know, he's great, right? So he was in Tampa the other day, like doing his show. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the only day we could go was Sunday. So I'm like, oh, let's go there, and then we'll go to dinner afterwards. And so we go out, we go there, and the people, my friends who I was with, they're like, oh, when he comes out, let's yell, let's go, Brandon. I'm like, all right. So he comes up, he starts talking right away. So we're like, oh, no, we don't want to cut him off. But finally there was like a pause, and we did it, and then someone else tried to do it, and then we did it, but it was like not synchronized. So he kind of made fun of us. But it was actually a really good show. Just don't want to throw it out there.
You think I can get away with playing like a few bars, or
I wouldn't even do it.
I wouldn't even do it. No.
I mean, yeah, no, I just got a strike. And I'm off of restriction. I don't know if I want another one, man. Appreciate that.
Well, yeah, you're right. We're simulcasting on Joe's channel tonight. Please do go and subscribe here. Joe just got yanked here about a month ago, and he's trying to rebuild his community. He's at 12,500 strong. So go hit that like button, guys.
And I got an initial strike, which on a new account, it's just a warning. Hey, if you do this again, you lose your channel for a week, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So then, a week later, can't say that. That's medical misinformation again. Oh, my God. I'm going, appeal. Here's the effing link from the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
Your top guy that you say is the authority source. No, we stand by our decision. Okay.
You're kind of lucky, though. At least you got strikes. I never got a strike. They just
destroyed the channel all at once.
Yeah.
Like they did the Rock Paul the other day.
I go to bed. I've got complete green lights, not a strike, nothing. And then
that guy Pomp, the crypto guy, he's got a huge following. They nailed him. Took his whole channel down the same way.
Yeah. What was the story with him? Do we know?
Like trying to get people into scammy things or something. Because he's talking crypto. Well, all of a sudden they reverse it. Oh, sorry about that. No explanation, no reply, just your channel's back. They've done that to me in the past too.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, it was the same thing when they were going after people for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like just for having a link to like Coinbase. Oh no, that's Jesus Christ, man.
Well, now, of course, the banks are about to issue their own digital currency. So it's Facebook, and you can see all the infighting there with them. Bitcoin ETF this week, that was big news. We hit 65,000, I think, the high this week in Bitcoin. Ethereum just shot up to Litecoin too a little bit, but Litecoin's still far behind its all-time high. A lot of people are still waiting on that one, kind of like, what do I do? Do I sell it to move on other action? I don't know. What's your take on Bitcoin here? Are we still on track to get that $100,000 party before the end of the year?
I think it's going to happen. You know, I do think it's going to happen. I just, you know, there's a guy named Charles Nenner. He's been on like all the TV channels about stuff. He's usually got a pretty good track record behind him too. But ever since crypto got big, he started looking at that within his models and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's basically calling for after this high, which we still may play around. Oh, it went a little higher, you know, whatever. But he was calling for like the last part of the month, like very, very end of this month, you know, on or about that time, which could be a few days after. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that, like a, you know, time for a sell-off. So I don't know if he's saying how. I don't think he said how big of a sell-off. Just that it's going to peak end of the month. See ya. So I'm looking at. I got my cafe stuff up here. You know, just
hey, hold on a second here, just so I'm clear. You saying that at the end of October there's a sell-off in Bitcoin?
Well, that's what Charles Nenner's thinking with his models, and you know me, I'm waiting on this. Come on, one more drop.
Yeah.
Come to Papa. You're like one more.
A small sell-off before a huge leg up, and then perhaps that big retracement in December. Is that still in your?
Well, that could happen because we've heard that we're going to have this all-time highs going either in or leading up to December.
Yeah.
And you know, epic runs on everything, and then huge crash after that is what quite a few people are forecasting. But for me, while that makes sense, I still think for now, like, I think we still got one more quick thing. Like, there's going to be news, and it's going to be soon. I think. Again, when I say news, I'm not talking crypto news. I'm talking, oh my God, government stuff. Oh my God, pandemic. Oh my God, something huge.
Yeah.
You know, Woo Dude. I'm going to break something right now on Woo Dude that he said I could say it now. So I was like, well, when we do our live stream, you can just break the news. But so he had a heart attack 2 days ago.
Oh, shit.
And it was a stoppage in the artery. And so he was able to dial with one finger. He couldn't even move. He was able to dial 911. And where he lives, they don't have a ambulance service. This is why he canceled the show. He wasn't back in time. He was still at the hospital, guys, the next day. So
he was still in the tunnel searching the light to come back.
Yeah, because he told me, I'll tell you. So he was able to barely finger, you know, hitting the keypad, 911. They come, but they always send a helicopter because he lives far out in like middle of nowhere. There's no like ambulance service. So the chief of police of the town came, and like he knows him very well. And they're trying to figure out where do we bring him so the helicopter can land this time because the lake area, there's too many people, and so they get him on board, and he told me, he's like, at that point I was gone, like I was out, and I'm on the other side. And he's like, all right, he goes, am I staying this time, Spirit? And they're like, no, you got to go back. He goes, but they showed me something for everyone on my Patreon. Those last two coins he told us about, they brought up not the X one, the other one, and just kind of mentioned it. Didn't really say anything about it. Like, just, hey, don't forget, you know, that coin. But then he said they showed him a canary going into a mine. And I go, oh, the old canary in the coal mine. And the thing drops dead. You know, it's not safe. He goes, yeah, but he goes, and what's the name of the island right now that has volcanoes going off? I go, oh yeah, Canary Islands. Mm-hmm. He goes, yeah, they're showing me that again. He goes, oh, in China. He goes, I keep telling you, watch China, and watch specifically Taiwan, and what China's going to do. And he goes, they show me again. They're showing me China. They're showing me the islands. He goes, I think some of that stuff I told you about China, like flooding, food problem, like I told you, they're getting ready to attack or do something. It's like, oh shit, we can't do that because we got major problems at home. Major. So crap. So at one point I thought, well, maybe that was the blue helmet thing for America. Maybe that's not going to happen because they get pulled back, or they come but then they have to go back, or maybe they were going to go after Taiwan. You know, the President Xi was just talking about it the other day about, trying to make it sound peacefully, but like not peacefully, to get Taiwan back. So, I don't know, but he's saying, he goes, we may even have something go down this weekend. I just talked to him today. And by the way, they put a stent. They were able to do a stent, cleared out. He's like basically back to normal besides the surgery. He's resting. So he was still at the hospital the day we were going to do the live stream. And then today they send them home. So
Okay.
yesterday, I think it was Thursday we had it scheduled. So anyways, he's home, but he's not ready to.
If you want to send some healing energy towards Richard, now's the time. We all deserve a little hand up once in a while, and of course, our hearts go out to him and his family. Hopefully, he recovers faster than later. So, man, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
did he know? Like, was he expecting this at all, or like was he feeling a little bit off?
Yeah. So so he gave a reading. One of his last readings. It may have been the last reading, or one of the last of the day before. It was Wednesday, or Tuesday, whatever the day. Because I'm not sure if he went on Tuesday or Wednesday, but like that last night of readings, he mentioned to me he was feeling a little off, and he told the person that, and he, I forgot the words he said to me, but it was something like, and he told the person this. He's like, "Yeah, Spirit says something. Something's is up with me, or prepare for something, something." But he's like, they didn't mention anything about like prepare for a heart attack. He goes, but the hit. I go, well, shit. There's that. I go, he's like, okay, that's it. But
yeah, at least so, a good sense of humor through it all. So
yeah, so he tells me, he goes, okay. So I'm in the helicopter, and he goes, I'm out. I mean, I'm gone, and I'm in talking to Spirit, asking him if I'm coming back. Am I staying this time? And they're like, no. And so he goes, somehow, my phone was, I think it was in his pocket still. He goes, somehow my phone called my daughter. And she answers, and it's 4:44 p.m. And she knew who it was right away. And she hears the noise in the background. It's like, what the hell? What's going on? No one's answering. And he goes, that was crazy. He goes, I didn't dial my phone. I mean, I was out.
Hey, what day was that? What day was that, Joe?
It could have been Thursday. Or Wednesday. I don't know what. Because I'm not 100% sure when he. No, it had to be Wednesday because I had a reading with Julianne Wednesday night, and she had to cancel because she goes, Rich is in the hospital this morning. He went in this morning, so I think it was Wednesday. It happened, 4:44 p.m. Wednesday. Well,
okay, so Wednesday in a live stream, somebody pointed out, "Hey, JC, you're at 44,400 subscribers." So 444 on Wednesday.
Oh no shit!
Happened to me, yeah.
So we're talking, and it's like 13, 14 minutes, just a while ago, like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, he's like, as soon as I ready, we'll get on that damn live stream. He goes, I'm just got to recover a little bit. I'm like, hey, no problem. So, we're just chatting, whatever. Okay. All right, good, man. See you. Talk to you later. Take care. Take it easy. Hang up, 4:44 p.m. I go, what the I call him right back. Dude, look at the time. He goes, oh my God.
Wow.
Holy shit. Like we hung up right at 4:44. Your daughter thing 4:44. So again, that's 222 times 2.
Yeah.
Our twos, which is strange, but again, like you can't make this kind of shit up. It's just beyond mystic. It's like beyond, beyond crazy.
Beyond crazy. Let me see if I can scroll it. Yeah, I was at 44.4 here.
44, yeah.
I think it could have been Serbian Mike. Is one of the oldest moderators on my chat. I was like, JC, you're at 444. I'm like, oh wow, okay. It was in the live stream. I think it was Wednesday. It's not yesterday. I remember it was yesterday. At any rate, wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, if he has another heart attack, like this could be it, because he's had I think 2 already previously. So this is like his 3rd one.
Yeah.
And he's out for a while, and they're driving him around, I think maybe in the police vehicle or something to try to, because there's no ambulance. So they're like, or maybe it's a fire truck or something, but they're trying to bring him to somewhere. Oh, let's go over here. No, can't go there. They bring him over there. No, that's not going to work. Bring him back over here. You're like, he's like, here I am, like dying, finally get in the helicopter and then I'm gone. I'm just out. And I'm like, damn, but.
Oh my God.
He's back. I'm like, dude, we haven't even done the RV tour. We're going to go to like, some of these crazy ranches,
Yeah.
See if we can do some crazy shit together. Like, I still got to bring you to the mountain. You haven't even been over there yet, man. Come on, man. So he's like, yeah, I'm back. We're good. Like, all right, shit, man. Jesus.
Wow. There was somebody earlier. I think it said Charlie Ward official Charlie Ward says, JC, I'm DMing you, but you're not responding. I'm like, first of all, I don't DM anybody. I don't know where you're DMing me from. And I highly doubt it's Charlie Ward sending me DMs. Anyways, that's funny. Hey, Cliff Eyes in the chat. On Wednesday, the 20th, we received notification from our county at 4:44 p.m. that the next day, 10:21 at 10:21 a.m.
Wow.
We would have
How
a
strange.
Huh. Wow.
I mean, give me a freaking break, man. Like,
yeah. So it was on Wednesday that you got the 444. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. 444s on Wednesday. Holy crap. Man. Oh, Cliff, I might call you tomorrow. I was going to send you an email, but then I realized, I shouldn't tell you this in an email. You were sending us some stuff, Joe, Bix, and I the other day. I got some weird stuff here today, too, in my neck of the woods, and I think maybe it's perhaps why you were asking me where exactly I lived. Anyways, something just popped into the field. I can't really talk about it on the show yet, but anyways, I'll find a way to get it to you, Cliff. But there's weird shit going on, like a lot of weird shit going on, man. Joe, where do you want to go from here? Do you want to talk about crypto next? Do you want to get into? I know Michelle Dove put out her last report. There was an update, I think, earlier this week on my Patreon. We can get into that a little bit, share that with the audience. We could talk about silver too. In our last episode on Wednesday too, like I had like half the questions from the audience was on silver. Suddenly everybody's interested in silver. It's absolutely interesting. Not just I want to buy it, but the physical, the spiritual aspects of it too. So there's a lot going on right now. Where do you want to start, Joe?
Yeah, we can go get into crypto and.
Let's talk about XLM. Way back when, a lot of people were looking at both XLM and ADA Cardano, kind of like as the brother and sister, kind of like
no, it's supposed to be XRP and XLM. I didn't think it was.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. Cardano is like the Ethereum. You're right. So XRP and XLM. XLM hasn't really done well since last December when people were saying that. It actually went down.
It had a nice little run up, and then it was like, just kind of backed down and just sat around there for the most part, 30-something cents or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, I look at some of these coins like that, and especially when we hear stuff about like, again, XLM will be doing something similar to XRP. It's like the little brother or whatever. And it's just, honestly, it's like an accumulation phase. People should be accumulating that thing slowly but surely as you're kind of have a little extra cash. Of course, don't just dump it all into there, buy some other ones too we talk about. But I think there's probably going to be an announcement at some point that's just going to take it over the edge. And then also now that whatever that announcement may be, all of a sudden it's got a lot of eyes on it all of a sudden. So even if it does a nice little jump up, but then kind of goes sideways or sells off a little, it's probably going to hit that next leg over that phase. Kind of like what Theta did. It was never $1 for the longest time. It got up to like 60 cents, crashed back down to 25. It was 25, goes to 60, goes back to 25. And that's when Woo Dude actually first told me, he goes, they're telling me one of your cryptos is going to go, it was that one. And he goes, did you do it? And I go, no, I missed it. I thought it was going to go a little higher, and I missed it. But anyways, it finally got to $1. Once it hit that $1, it's just start making these leaps. $3, $4, $5, finally it hit $6, and then rocketed it up to $16. And of course, lately it's $6, $7. But point being, lately at the $6 and $7 would be the equivalent of XLM at 30 cents, 20 cents, 40 cents, 30 cents, doing that shit. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, some news happened, and then boom, it brings it up to $1.50, let's say.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it sells off down to $1, but next thing you know, it's $2, $3. And then it just does it again, like Theta. Oh my God, it's $4, it's $5, that kind of a thing. Yeah. Based on some kind of additional information probably coming out, news or whatever. So that's it's been on our good list for quite a while. And Woo Dude had some information on that recently, along with another one.
Michelle put out an update, I think yesterday or the day before, on both XRP and XLM. So if you guys are not members here, go check out Michelle White Dove on her Patreon for her latest on that. Do you want to share maybe a little bit of?
So she's known about XRP for a long time. It's been on her little reports. She does. I say little; they're getting huge. They're not little; these big reports. On all these different cryptos, her little color coordination. Purple is the most epic. Green is good. Yellow is probably not worth messing with. Red is like, get out of my face, that kind of thing. And XRP for her has been on her purple list, which is the best, for a really long time, And she hasn't really wavered, like, oh, there's something changed. It's not, it's like, no, just, stand by, just wait. Accumulate some more. But recently, she had talked about, kind of a new download she got on that. And, we've heard numbers to start with for the longest time from several of us in psychics. Oh, $9-10, XRP 888, 9-10, that whole thing, 12-13.
Yeah.
She's now got one new information from her guides that are basically pushing this thing significantly higher than $12, $13, $14, $15, significantly higher.
Yeah.
I don't know about timing for sure. And again, she's like the rest of them, so she may give you a time frame. And sometimes she's on, but sometimes it's like, okay, well, she said it was happening by the time it didn't happen. I'm getting out. Okay, loser.
Well, from what I read,
get out if you want.
From what I read from her report, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she seems to be a little bit more keen on XLM now than XRP. She's saying XRP will go there, but it might take longer. So she's saying that as XRP goes up a little bit here, not to her highest numbers, she's going to start scraping off and maybe going into other things, maybe including XLM. So it's something to think about.
Yeah,
XLM is still a good deal right now. I mean, it was double the price just a couple of months ago. So let me bring that back.
Yeah, when everything tanked, it tanked along with everything else. So it would have been a great time to buy then. But even so, let's like XRP. Are you be mad at it's 35 cents today or whatever, for XLM?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go back to 17. Okay, fine. And if my little quick crash happens, maybe you'll get your little opportunity. But again, you don't want to waste not having certain things on maybe a crash. Like get your stash, get your hodl bag, and then if you want to trade again, you can do that. But XLM. So XLM was one of the coins that Woo Dude got 2 weeks ago. And he gave us 2 coins that came in hardcore. And I'll just go ahead and tell, for sake of being my private membership, that I share with my members on Patreon, I'll tell you, Woo Dude got a positive download that you might want to grab some XLM. And this other coin that I'm just going to leave that one private, but it doesn't matter if you got one or the other, to tell you the truth. But I went ahead, and just to FYI everybody, how long I've been waiting with some money sitting on the side to get back in, waiting on this big drop, for my hodl bag. I'm like, I told him on Patreon, I go, look, because Spirit has been very silent for me in my dreams and him, more importantly him, because he's could usually just tap in and Spirit will tell him something. For months, no crypto, nothing. Like not giving them anything, no horse out of the blue, the old digibyte, nothing. Just nope, they're not. He's like, we just have to wait. So the other day, again a couple weeks ago, he goes, Spirit came in, and I'll just tell you the first part of the dream because it doesn't have anything to do with prices or anything, and not he didn't give me a price anyways, like to look forward to right this second. It doesn't matter. We know it's going to $1. He got that a while back. A lot of people, that's obvious, but that's not where this thing's really going. It's going to go way higher. Yeah. But he goes, they showed me a dream. He goes, I was like you. I got a dream this time. He goes, usually I'm wide awake and they just give it to me. He goes, I was dreaming. He goes, but they showed me 2 scenarios. And it was like, buy your tickets. Now this movie's about to start. The show's about to start. He goes, but I was like in a department store and I saw a tag on a shirt. It was like, extra large medium. He's like, what the hell kind of shirt is this? And he goes, XLM. And they were sort of like this scene of a movie theater, like get your tickets now, like hurry up, the show's about to start. So he goes, I went and got some tickets. He goes, then all of a sudden,
I don't think he fits on an extra large medium.
No, I think it's just XL
or 2XL. Yeah. I'm not sure anymore.
Woo Dude's he's a little plump, slightly. He's big boned.
Yeah, just big boned. Yeah, like Cliff says, he says, "Woo Dude was working too hard. He's not smoking enough."
That's it. Yeah,
he needs to calm down, man.
So he goes. Then they show me this.
Woo Dude runs really hot, anyways. He's always pretty fucking chill, but anyways.
So then he goes. I'll tell you this next part of the story without saying the coin, just to keep it.
Hold on just for a second, Joe. Cliff, oui, j'ai vu ton message en français, puis je vais t'appeler demain. Merci. There's a few people saying, "Hey, there's a Cliff High speaking in French. Is he French?" He's French to me.
He's probably using a translator, I bet.
Well, if it is, it's pretty good, but sometimes it's a little boxy. Like, I have to admit what
you just told me to go F myself. What? No, I didn't mean
that.
You
want me to do what?
So
okay, next one.
So he says, they show me like, I'm back at the box office. I got to buy some more tickets, and this show's really like the tickets are about to run out.
Yeah,
so it's like you better hurry up and get them. The show's about to start. The tickets are about to run out. this one's serious.
Yeah.
This movie, he goes, they show me this building with a certain something that I'm not going to mention here as the logo, which has to do with the damn coin I'm talking about, on this big like warehouse. He goes, and they made stuff or did something like it was a big warehouse, manufacturing or something. He goes, but that thing stood out. And I go, well, I know what that is. He goes, well, yeah, so do I. And he goes, all of a sudden, they're showing me like the thing burning, going up in flames. And he goes, and there's basically saying, hurry up and get these tickets because it's going to burn up in flames. And he's like, I'm telling you this. He goes, because I don't understand why Spirit would tell me to get this if the damn thing's about to go up in flames. But I got a feeling you're going to know something. I go, I already know. I said, as you were speaking to me, it already hit me. I think I know what this means. And that think is they're going to do a big coin burn on this coin. And right after he gave this to me, days later, all of a sudden, some videos of YouTube, people, news articles, oh, so-and-so might be doing a coin burn. And I think we may either have one or a series of them, and it might be so huge that one of these coins that has a lot of coins that people think, oh, I can never hit that price because they have too many coins. They'll find out, oh, well, now that they did a coin burn, how many do they have? Holy shit, they just cut it in half or whatever. He didn't get any kind of number on that. They didn't give him prices. They didn't give him a time frame. Okay, just for FYI. But they did tell him these two coins, and they showed his ass at that movie theater running out of time, essentially for both. But the second one was like, okay, you really better get your shit together because when this thing goes up in flames, a.k.a. coin burn as far as I'm concerned, it's probably going to really push the price up. And I'm just going to say the last reading I had with Julianne was in middle of August. And she had told me, she calls them, when she's channeling, they call them the cryptologies. The cryptologies.
Okay.
And she just like nonchalantly was talking about something in the mountain, New Mexico. And besides, by the end of the year, you'll have all your wealth with the cryptologies. You'll be able to do everything you've been wanting to do. And I go, oh.
By the end of
that
this
means this year. So I'm going, so I'm like, okay, that means to me we're hitting some really, really big numbers, honestly, probably across the board. Yeah. But I did position myself where what I was going to say is I'm waiting for the dip, I got these orders sitting there. I cut them in half and said, I'm taking half of that right now, grab some XLM,
okay,
and grab this other one.
Okay.
The one that is burning up in his movie scene or whatever.
Okay.
So that's what I did. So now I got half the cash on the side waiting if this big drop comes. Because again, if it does, great. I'll fill some orders. I'll be happy. Of course, you won't be happy.
I had a debate about this last time too, because we were like, what if that crash comes, but it's one of those things where everybody's locked out? There's all these exchange problems, and we might not get
Very
it.
Possible. And he said, Woo Dude has been telling me every time. He goes, I do think we're going to see a quick one.
Yeah.
He goes, for me, they're showing me like I don't stand a chance. He's like, I could never get on Coinbase or press a button. It would not happen. It would happen too fast.
Right.
And I don't mess with exchanges. He goes, so that would be you. And I'm like, well, yeah, my orders are sitting there. So theoretically, even if the site, was overloaded or something happens, as long as something's happening and my orders are sitting there, they should fill, because there should be some traffic happening on that site of people panicking or whatever, trying to buy and sell.
Yeah.
So anyways, disclaimer, I sold half of my waiting orders, if you will. I didn't sell them. I just took the stable coin out and said, go into XLM and go into this other one. So I yanked that off the exchange because I wasn't going to trade them. I'm about to just pull them off the exchange, and I've got them. And I'm going to wait. So if this happens.
So if you want to have some insight on what perhaps that second coin is, go check out Joe here on.
And let me just say this too.
Okay.
And you will probably almost never. As a matter of fact, you couldn't find a video on my new channel where I said, hey, go check out my Patreon, JSNIP4. I talk about crypto, woo-woo, my spirit stuff, my dreams that I have, these prophetic dreams, all that. I never promote myself, which is dumb because I should, but I just, for whatever reason, I don't remember to do it. I never do it, and I just say what I have to say for the day and I leave.
Yeah.
But I would say this. For $20 a month, even though you've probably heard of both these coins, for sure you have now because I told you one of them. The other one, I'm pretty certain you've all heard of this coin, for sure. Even if you were to go, oh, it's that one. I already have some of that. It might be enough for you to go, let me pull a JSNIP and liquidate some other things and get some more of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an email along with Bix. I don't know who else was on it. From one of our remote viewing friends. And that guy's name is Dick Algar, who has a Asian woman psychic that he uses from time to time, who he has sworn from day one is unbelievably awesome, best he's ever had, psychic, stuff, whatever. And he goes, I just got a reading from her, and he mentions that coin, the burn up coin. This is after I already got the intel from Woo Dude.
Interesting.
Okay, so when he got that was double confirmation. I replied right back to them both. I go, hey guys, FYI,
Boom.
Woo Dude gave me this one and the other one a few days, a week ago, whatever it was at the time. And his words to me, FYI, everybody, I'm just going to tell you what he said. Now, he didn't tell me the price the coin was at when he had the reading, but he just had the reading. So it has to be priced roughly where it's been priced for, let's say, the last week or two. And he said that she's told him 100x is coming. And by or about December.
Wow. Could you imagine?
Oh, I can. And that's why I went JSNIP4 style into that coin a little bit.
Yeah.
Where I probably, when I tell people they'll never put in more than you can afford to lose.
All right. So Joe won't promote himself, but I'll shamelessly promote Joe. Go to patreon.com/JSNIP4, and you're looking for JSNIP's crypto woo.
The middle one there. Yeah, it's $20 US.
Yeah. Everything.
And you'll see everything I've ever posted once you do that. But just scroll down, because I've had a few posts recently, and there's like a fake XRP email going out right now. Click here to get your free. Don't do it. It's fake. It's a scam. Just
on that note, if you somebody in the chat earlier was like, "Oh, JC, I was trying to get you on your WhatsApp. You're not responding because it ain't me."
Yeah,
don't do that.
We don't have WhatsApp and our YouTube. It's always in the YouTube comments. Someone pretends to be us. They've changed the icon to look like us. It's not us. Yeah. Don't ever listen to that. We don't do that. We don't use WhatsApp. It's a total fraud. Yeah. But anyways, this coin, if it could do 100x. Roughly, maybe set your orders at 80x, just in case, maybe it was down a little bit when she gave him the reading, I don't know. But what I was going to say is, again, I disclaimer, it's my own Patreon, and I make money off my Patreon, disclaimer. Yeah. But if you went in and said, you know what, I'm only going in for one damn time for this sorry son of a bitch. I'm paying him this stupid $20, and the next month I'm canceling before the first of the month, because you will get auto-billed by the first of the month if you don't cancel. Yeah. FYI. But just to get that little piece and go, oh, I already got those 2 stupid coins. But for you to go, well, wait a minute, I didn't know it was going to be that good, I think. Maybe I'll go get some more. The money you could potentially make, okay?
$20.
In a coin like that.
Yeah.
Or these 2 coins, whatever. In the next 2 or 3 months, again, they're giving the timeline. Woo didn't get a timeline. I'm not giving a timeline. This one timeline came from Dick's girl, and he swears by her. And I have no reason to believe that he's lying to us whatsoever. Yeah. So she said by December, on or about December. Could that stretch into January? Sure. Could it be a little early? Sure. And what if it's not? What if it's a little longer? I don't care. And most people do care, and they get out of it. Oh, I waited too long for this. It didn't happen. And then they get out, and then they're screwed. And I'm over here doing my videos going, okay, I just made an effing killing by being patient. I know I told you we thought it would be this time frame, and this is what he got, blah, 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 whoever this was. But now it hit, and oh my God, it even went higher. That kind of thing. Yeah. So for $20, you could get that information and just cancel right away if you want to do shit. It doesn't, you're not going to hurt my feelings, But I also don't want to come out here and give everything for free when I got paying members. You know what I mean? Like, I got to.
So Realist News just shared. I'm going to show it to you. No.
Oh,
I'm such a tease. All right.
Do it.
Okay, Jupiter Fire, she's been waiting a long time here. She was asking Cliff, hey, do you still think that we're on target for sometime between the 24th and the 28th for something big and important? Okay, I'm not sure if Cliff is still in the chat, but folks, go check out this
I'm going to say yes. I'm pretty sure he is.
First of all, guys, go check out Chrono Woo if you haven't seen it already. Fabulous, because I've been racking my brains. I'm having these discussions live with myself here on YouTube, mostly in my car, on my Drive Between the Lines, whatever it's called. And I was like, why all this timing? Why October 15? Why this? I was trying to figure out, like, governments around the world, they're all gunning for one thing. What's up with that? Cliff laid it out perfectly. I'm like, of course. That makes sense. So guys, go check out Chrono Woo. And of course, he also talks in this video, I believe in this one too, about this threshold here, somewhere between the 24th and the 28th. Could start on the 24th with Evergrande. I think the dollar-denominated bonds are about to blow up on the 23rd, which is going to be our 24th. So maybe. So Joe.
So I'm going to add something. So Tether, I'm going to say there is a possibility, and maybe more so than not, because Tether's backed assets that back its coin. Remember, they used to be dollars at first, they said, which we called BS on anyways.
Yeah.
But then they said, well, no, we've diversified into other things too. And there's a few of us out there that have strong reason to believe they were attached to Evergrande.
Oh, wow.
And Dick Algar and them saw a remote viewing session where those guys are standing before, like, they're being grilled. And it's not pretty. And remember, White Dove and others have seen Tether imploding at some point, which is why I hate using it. But a lot of times it's like the only pair to get something or whatever, and you've got orders sitting there in Tether. I'm like, holy shit. So good news is a lot of the coins we want, there's either BUSD, which is like Binance USD, or maybe a couple others that are not USDT, which is Tether. So I'm like, okay, I can cancel those orders and switch them for these. So I sold the Tether for another stable coin, which is just basically $1 to $1.
Okay.
Get those, and then I let my orders sit. Because if this damn thing implodes while I'm trying to get my damn orders to fill, and that's one of the ones that goes down, I'd be crying my eyes out. I'd probably cry in real life, like, oh no, my Tether just crapped while all this happened, you know. So good news is I don't have any Tether orders sitting there. I've got them in other stable coins for the coins that I want back, which again I cut in half because I wanted those 2 coins, and it meant enough to me to do that. And for the many months I've been waiting, I'm just gonna tell you all, nothing has gotten in the way of my order sitting there waiting to fill.
I know.
And this did in a hurry, because I go, if they're telling Woo Woo to do this out of this all of a sudden, after months of nothing, something's about to go down here soon in a good way. At least for the crypto prices. So he said it too. He goes, yeah, when I talked to him today, he's like, you know, the whole thing with the finance, he goes, it could be the finance thing with XRP. It could be the China stuff. He goes, Joe, we're right there, man.
We're right there.
You know, the Hunter Biden thing, you know, we're waiting on that to happen. This big breaking news. I
think Caravan to Midnight is doing something on the part 2, I think, tonight. I think I saw something earlier tonight. John B. Wells, I think on this show, he's doing a Hunter Biden thing tonight. Guys, if you go watch him, go check out his podcast. So 24, 28. Do you want to maybe set that up for the audience? How do you understand these dates? What's happening, the demarcation in time, and what perhaps is your best guess as to what that might be? Because I know in one video, Cliff said it could be not like this, but just as an explanation. What if Michael Obama was arrested? So everybody would know he's a man,
right?
That he didn't father those children, that it was a fake marriage, that the pretendency, like it just opens up this whole can of worms. Everybody goes like, what? Like, it could be an event that has all of these ramifications. Could be that, but it could be something else too. It could be on the economy as well. I don't know. What would be your best guess?
Right. Joe? And I follow the McAfee stuff, and he's been calling plastering 11.11 for a while. But he also mentioned in a previous post recently, I think it was here. I'm just going to scroll up so I can find it real quick. Something about, you know, are they trying to get ahead of the stories because of what's about to happen this weekend? And he posted that this week. So, yeah, what just broke with Huma? So she came out again, putting the blame on Anthony and all this other crap, whatever. Recently, she showed up. She had to go in person to go make sure Bill was okay in the hospital the other day, which he's now been released. He's totally fine. So Hillary and Huma back together again briefly in person. So he's mentioning why he goes, what just broke news-wise with Huma? Why is the story just now coming out? What relevance does it have? What was the purpose of a face-to-face versus phone call? Who is attempting to change the narrative and soften the acts that are forthcoming this weekend? So those are his words. But you know how it goes sometimes. I get out, something like that, and then nope, no news. Yeah. And then maybe the deep state does their false flag. They've expended some ammo doing so, and then they can come out the next week and actually release the information. But so I'm not holding my breath on any of this stuff. But he, you know,
at the same time, though, you have to admit it's not because we don't hear about it that shit didn't happen when these guys said it was going to happen. A lot of this is really fog of war for us.
It is.
We might not know, but we're getting at the point now where we all need to know. Like, this needs to come out in the open and quick. I think we're at that level now.
Yeah, and he's posting those kind of words. It's not the ending's not for everyone, but get ready for some information.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about, he mentioned time travel. He mentioned the closest star to us. And I'm going, is he saying we've been visiting that thing back and forth, or the elite have been going there back and forth? What is he saying? He's kind of beating around the bush. He just posted that like today. So he's posting a few things, and he's showing Huma again, you know, her and Hillary Clinton, 11.4 in New York City, I guess. 11.4 is a certain level of the alphabet, very special number that they posted early on. So it's like, you know, what is he saying? And then he posts 11/11/21.
Yeah.
What does that mean? So yeah, I think, and everyone's asking, but the vaccine mandate, there's the 22nd of November. I'm like, just stick with it. Stay. You know, I know you don't want it because they're telling me they don't want it. And I'm like, that's fine. But don't quit. Keep your job. Make them fire you and wait to the last effing minute. So I got a sneaky suspicion this whole mandate shit's going out the window before those hard dates come.
Well,
because of like what Cliff I was talking about, where we all hear all these shit. We just heard Dr. Fauci's NIH, National Institute for Health, funded, I forget the company name, but Health Alliance, something Alliance, or First Alliance, something Health, with this, you know, free government money, grants and shit. He gave them the money, and they immediately gave it to Wuhan to fund the word we're not allowed to say type of research.
I was gonna say, Joe, you're gonna give me a strike on my own channel.
I'll get my own channel too. We're double streaming, baby. We go down together.
We're going down in flames.
Both man leave.
We're gonna do a Thelma and Louise right off the cliff.
Hold hands.
Well, we should ask Steven to do a poster of you and me falling off the cliff on the car.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But not just that. Like on one side, there's that. Yes, all the evidence is coming out. But on the other side too, all the governments that were a little bit too early on their mandates and the dates, they're all falling back. Quebec was an example of it. Business around the world are falling back. Southwestern Airlines, Delta, all these things. Canada Post here in the state, in Canada, the RCMP here, they're all saying, "Oh, we'll push it back, and in some cases, no, we're not doing the mandate at all." So, at what point does the federal government here say, "Yeah, okay, we're going to step back too"? I don't think they're going to step back. I think for them, it's going to be what you just said. Another big event happens that just basically means all of this is a moot point.
And I feel like whatever that is so powerful that even the strongest, Australian government's going to go, yeah, we can't keep this going.
Well, wasn't it in Australia a couple of days ago? One of the, not an MP, but I think it was a minister. His family had to be evacuated from his house. He's worried that they had threats because of his implementation of something. I think that's Australia. It could have been New Zealand, but I think it's Australia. Yeah, so basically, politicians are hiding, and they're hiding their wives and their families because they're worried now of the backlash from the population. This is only going to get worse for them. I mean, if they continue. What do you make of this guy?
Oh my God!
This big propaganda piece again.
10 and 2. Keep your hands at 10 and 2 when you're driving, people.
I think it was Cliff. He said, "Oh, he's one of those drones, and because of the microchip shortage, we had to put a faulty chip in him." And he's just like, I thought it was funny.
I mean, first of all, who's even watching that? Nobody's even watching it. I mean, it's like they have numbers that are horrible, but even those horrible numbers, are people like us who go, "Let me just go see what that moron said real quick. Let me just go watch it for a second and see what this bumbling idiot said." So you count as a viewer.
Like the real numbers. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, what are you doing? My son Ian does that when he's excited about something. He does his little face.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Jesus. Yeah, what was that Austin Powers movie, the Fembots? And then suddenly they're like, the smoke comes up your ears.
Overload circuit.
That's the next scene here. Like, what the hell's happening? Oh my God. Oh man.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
So I had a dream recently. I've had 4 dreams now. So you remember when I had those 3 dreams of it was getting broken into, and then this jabroni comes over in real life trying to case my place, and I go, holy shit! I got the dreams about this potential theft, So I've had my 4th one again, like 2 days ago. But I have a storage container out in New Mexico, and I went and got my stuff, as I mentioned last time. I think we talked, or maybe the time before. Right. I felt like I need to get out of there. Like, part of that was because of a dream I got, and I asked that night, should I get my stuff out of there? And I don't care for what the reason is, just do I need to get out of there? Is the gas going to go bad from the time I get the four-wheeler? And I just got a vision or a dream of theft, and I go, well, shit, yeah, I'd hate for that to happen. Let me go get them. So I went very quickly, got them, and came home. So there's still a few things in that storage container that are worth money, but nothing like the ATV. So I got another dream again, and I'm like, okay, this is a secondary area to my house here, and I'm going, this is not here. I don't think this is here. And I go, okay, so anyways, I don't want to put that out there because I got the fourth dream recently. They're letting me know, like, it's get ready. Whatever the F it is, it's probably getting ready to happen. So maybe I'll get a phone call. Hey, your storage unit, a little tiny generator you had in there, something's stolen, who knows? So we'll see. Hopefully I ain't here while we're here, but I'd feel bad for someone if they came into my house.
Are you all set up at home now, Jenny? Everything's going on?
Yeah, got my diesel generator filled up. Like, yeah, I've got all the connectors, everything wired right, like it's right. Yeah, it's right.
Cool. I just got mine installed too, but they're still missing the transfer switch. So they had this issue where the order didn't come in, they ordered again, and now it's supposed to happen for December. And the guys were delaying my installation. I'm like, no. Bring the Jenny, bring everything. Well, don't worry.
Hardwired if I have to.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been doing that all week. We just finished backfilling the trench here today, so happy about that. At least that's there. There's a lot of other stuff too, like supply stuff. Again, just like weird stuff. Like even the blue collar workers that were here all week, they're like, JC, like we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, and they don't know when it's coming. And I was like, everybody, like every trade is talking to me about weird shit going on, and they're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know. Do you watch?"
I think
I'm like, "Do you watch the guys' videos? You'll understand."
I think the shortage thing, again, real or manufactured, it's real anyway. However you look at it, it's real.
Yeah.
Whether someone couldn't pick it up in a truck or someone told the truck not to come, is still a shortage, right? Again, this whole big event. This weekend, whatever, according to McAfee, who knows? Again, maybe nothing. But soon, end of the month, like Cliff High's talking, maybe in November, when shit starts happening. Okay, yeah, we actually have real shortages that, okay, this happened. Oh my gosh, that happened now. Again, I think it's all part of this show that we're watching. It's going to happen. It's supposed to happen. There's no chance it's not going to happen. But I don't see it lasting long. But if you can get people panicked for a short period of time and all that, and then again, the whole information we've been waiting on the 17th letter stuff. Yeah. All of a sudden, let's just say this was the November they originally spoke of.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's effing go time. Hold on to your seatbelt. But rapidly, we might have issues for a month or two. And then, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Now we're in recovery mode and we're good, and all that shit just floods in all of a sudden. Or maybe it doesn't flood in, but starts the lines come back online, so to speak. So I suspect that's going to happen along with the rest of this stuff. Like it's just going to be like we did say, you're just going to have all kinds of shit happening around the world.
Yeah, all at once.
The weather stuff.
Somebody in the chat was saying, "Come on, Joe, the show's got to end." I'm like, "You mean the wacky woo?" You mean this whole show about the craziness that's happening now? I think everybody's long in the twos, and it's funny too because on one hand, I wake up some mornings, I'm like, "Oh man, can all this shit be over?" And then I'm like, "Well, for all this shit to be over, a lot's gonna happen. So do I want it to be over now?" It's like the same thing. Yeah, because somebody was telling me, "Yay, silver's at $24." I'm like, I don't know, put it back at 15. I want to buy more. Let's not now. Like, don't let it go now. I want to buy more.
That's right. Yeah, he's got to come up with some funds to buy our ranch, man. He saw that vision.
Yeah.
With the damn smelter, the old smelter in the yard as an ornament.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Oh, guys. All right. Hey, guys, do you have any questions for Joe? Actually, let's. Yeah. Okay, guys, if you have questions for Joe, please put them in high caps in the chat. And while we wait for you to populate those, did I have anything else I want to talk to you about, Joe? Wait. Let me see my notes. I brought something else before. You mentioned the McAfee thing, which was interesting. Let me see here. It was a woo thing. No, don't have it here. Where did it go? Or you told me something just before the show and you said, "Oh, are we going to talk about this?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I can talk about it." I didn't write it down. Do you remember what it was?
Well, that was the XRP thing with Michelle, I thought.
No? Was that it? I
Mm.
don't know. Oh, well. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a question. Okay, there's a question here. Who's McAfee? I don't mean to laugh at Craig if he doesn't know who McAfee. So I don't know if it's a joke or if they're serious.
Yeah.
Joe, who's
John
McAfee?
McAfee. Yeah, John McAfee. He's supposedly dead, you know.
Yeah.
And but yet somebody's posting on his Telegram telling us all kinds of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
Any news about your daughter's health? Yes. Okay.
Oh.
How do I want to say this? So, Julianne, as I mentioned, had given me my last reading on the 12th of August, and during the channeling, I don't think I even asked. She just came out and said it, or maybe I may have mentioned something to her, like, oh, you know, Emily's taking these supplements and all this crazy stack of supplements, like to help her issue.
Yeah.
And there was a major issue that's private, but like super no way that supplements would help it. Like, give me a break. And my dream was initially, I asked my guides, please help me help my daughter. What can I do to help her? I can't have her live like this.
Yeah.
And they show me this dream of me in the Roman Empire back in the day, a lady standing there before me. And I know she has like sexually transmitted disease or something. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting prepared. I got antibiotic. Take one of these each day. You'll be fixed. You know, I'm telling this lady from like the future, you know, I'm from the future. And I wake up and I go, really, Spirit? This issue can't be solved by antibiotics. And turns out it absolutely can. It's the primary thing that cures it, unless you've had it for a long time. And she has, and we didn't know it. So it was causing all kinds of issues you would never suspect. And that's why we're like, what is this? This isn't working, you know? So Julianne goes, oh, by mid next month, we see major improvements with your daughter. And I'm going, oh, really? She goes, yep. I go, okay. Well, it was just before the midpoint of that next month. Some major good improvements happened. Incredible. And I was like, son of a bitch. The stuff's working and all the stuff's working. So I opted for, me and my wife, for a non-antibiotic type of solution that can fix this issue too. And she had multiple issues based off of this thing, and it worked. So the information I got helped me do research, first of all, on some of her issues. And when I connected antibiotic with her issues that she was having online, not expecting to find a single article, I find one from the National Institute of Health from like a long time ago, where they treated a guy with I'm checking off all the boxes going, oh shit, with antibiotic for something that antibiotic has no business messing with. And I go, holy shit, I checked all the boxes for her. And that did it for this guy. And then it had a relapse because he didn't do it long enough in the beginning. And they decided, well, let's just put him on this other stuff instead of that, which actually would have been worse for him. But poor guy, I'm like, they should just put him back on the antibiotics, the stronger ones for longer, and that would have probably fixed him. But anyway, so it was like they gave me the actual thing in my dream. So then we're waiting for the results recently to find, did she actually have that one thing that my dream, you know,
right? Did
she have it for sure? And my wife, it's a week before she's going to see the doctor to get the results. She goes, oh, I just had a dream last night. Emily, doctor, what we thought she had this whole time, he told me yes in the dream. I go, son of a bitch. I said, then it's a yes. She goes, well, it was just a dream. I go, bullshit. You get these dreams like me sometimes, and I know when it is.
Yeah.
It's right, and means my dream's right too. So sure enough, then she goes and gets the info. Test, it was positive. I go, son of a bitch. It's curable. It was fixed. Wow. And I cannot believe it was what it was. So bottom line is, because I don't know that I want to tell you what everybody what this is yet. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, honestly, but I just, it's still my daughter's privacy. Yeah. But I'm like, how many people are misdiagnosed?
Yeah.
Would never look at this.
You got emotional there 30 seconds ago, and I saw you were holding your pendant. You know, you were connecting to that energy. So yeah, I can imagine. Like,
so the bottom line is, it worked, man. Wow. And my freaking spirit guides
Or bang on.
When I asked that night, I was so destroyed and distraught.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm going, she's going to live with this the rest of her life, man.
Yeah.
We're going to have a problem on our hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Spirit, if I can do anything, please show me. This is my daughter. I need you now. Like, please.
Yeah.
Tell me if I can do something. If I can't, then show me I can't. You know, but if I can, tell me what I need to know.
Yeah.
Boom. Antibiotic. I'm going, I wake up. I was kind of mad at him, actually. I'm like, why did they show me that? This is that's bullshit. Man. Don't tell me that. But I'm going, well, they showed me that. Like, I know there's got to be something to this. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Just research. And I researched, and then I made the connection. I go, holy shit.
That's
and there's almost no information online about this. And and now my own daughter is absolute living proof that this can fix some problems that are way misdiagnosed. Holy shit.
Wow. Hey,
so,
thanks for sharing the story, man.
I'm going to have to ask her, Emily.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I share your story with my people online? And not just my people, everybody. Because if somebody comes across this searching for something and finds my title and goes, my kid had that, or my dad, or my mom, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this the whole time. It's done nothing. They still have the problem.
Yeah.
The doctors put her on this shit, and we put them on, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, you just saved my life. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. So, I'm gonna just ask her if she, at some point, if she minds me telling the story, because it's not she doesn't have the issue anymore.
Yeah.
But I want to tell it because people need to hear this for misdiagnosis purposes, especially.
Absolutely. Wow.
So whoever asked that, absolutely, my dream was put me on the money with that. My wife got the second dream about it. Yep. And we've got it fixed.
You know what's funny, Joe? Well, first of all, that's a great story, and thank you for sharing. And again, I know it's emotional for you, and the audience appreciates you sharing that story. There's two people in the chat, at least two, I just saw go by. They're like, JC, go away. I'm like, why? It's my show. And then this other person, JC, go away. Let's listen to Woo Woo Dude. I'm like, again, Joe's again.
I'm the guest on his show. What are you guys doing?
We've had Woo Woo Dude before, but anyways, okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch.
That's jabroni level. You guys are jabrones. You kidding me?
Go away. It's my house.
Go away. Yeah,
like
I live here.
Murphy's kid. It's my house. And if
you don't like it, get the F out.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to Joanne here. Dude, what's your gut on silver? A lot of, again, in the last month here.
I know everyone's waiting for this big, giant
what's
drop.
Your gut on this week? There seems to be pressure, and there seems to be a huge fight trying to hold it at 24, and they can barely hold it at 24. What do you think is happening this week? Is this forecasting perhaps this weekend's event? Well,
that's just it. If this stuff starts going down this weekend, which leads into whatever's next week, which leads into whatever's next week, which then we start to get in towards that close to 11/11 time frame.
Yeah.
And the month of November, generally speaking, which if it's go time, I would suspect that then it's go time. Then silver's going to start to make its move. It'll break free. Like you'll just have all these things one after another.
Right.
I mean, what if, some of these people who are attached to the Evergrande, these financial institutions that are attached to Evergrande, they're also some of the ones, let's say, I don't want to use the word rigging, but playing with the precious metals market.
Yeah.
And because of what's going to happen with Evergrande, destroys them, which therefore destroys their position. They default, COMEX default, like all these defaults. And then all of a sudden, silver just, here's the new price, just found the new price, and it's triple digits, kind of a thing. It could be something like that.
Why don't you take this opportunity to share with the audience who are perhaps new with this, and I'll share them the links to the old Webbot reports, but explain to them what was the forecast about the dollar-a-day moves when this starts to happen, just to break that down a little bit for them, because we might be seeing now the beginnings of that pattern that Cliff had described. But before I do that, I wanted to show the audience this.
Oh, yeah.
It's my house. Okay, Eddie Murphy. So funny, man. Like that guy is so funny. Did you finally watch Coming to America 2?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good.
It was cheesy.
I mean, it's hard to beat the first one.
Yeah,
so good, but it was still pretty good. I still enjoyed it.
It was pretty good.
That was good.
Okay, explain to the audience here the pattern that was being picked up in the Webbot data on silver once we got to this time period now, or this temporal marker where things were actually set into motion for silver. Explain.
Yeah, so it would be like, if you watch silver move any day, it doesn't move much. It doesn't move dollars typically. So he said at some point you're going to see these like $2 a day moves. which was basically unheard of for silver for the longest time. And he goes, then you'd see a $5 a day move, and there would be like a 10, then like a 20. You'd see $20 a day moves in silver. So I used to say back then, well, guys, the price right now is around $20. Can't have a $20 a day move down. It's going to zero. Silver is not going to zero. Can't, because you don't get it out of the ground for free. People don't work for free, so that can't happen. I go, so that tells me this thing's going to be multiples of 20 at least for a $20 move to happen, in my opinion. And I go, that could be 60, $80, and then we have a 20% move or 25% move. All of a sudden, okay, well, there's 20. And I go, that's how I could see this possibly playing out, in my opinion. And I used to always say, too, you buy these silver eagles, which are the U.S. Mint coins, and you pay a premium now, which back in the day, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, you were only paying $2.53 a premium. Now it's like, I don't know, $10 or more premium. So I used to always tell people, imagine the silver you're buying now, and you're paying a $3 premium. So your $14 silver is like, $15, 16, or, $17, whatever, $16. And I go, the day is going to come when the premium that you charge to sell your coin, because that's the going rate, is going to be more than the current $15 or $20 price.
Yeah. And
then you have the price it's selling at. So you get your $20 premium, and I go, that could be $100.
Mm-hmm.
Be $100. I mean, we're at a $10 premium now, and we're at 22, 24, whatever dollars. Yeah. So the thing Cliff said, he goes, they were showing $600 silver ultimately, like it would hit that target. Yeah. Not to say that it would stop, but that was like a major point that it would hit. And he said, because everyone got all excited. And he's like, well, you got to understand something. The world around you at that time, the data is suggesting it's not going to be a real pretty world at that moment. Mm-hmm. So you might be happy on one hand that your silver's worth a fortune, but honestly, may not be too good going outside. So the way we're looking now, I mean, look at Australia, for God's sake. Holy crap. That's not the whole world, but there's other places where they're trying some of that shit. Mm-hmm. Even in our own country. I mean, we're still dealing with bullshit from the government and lockdowns in places and mask mandates and shots and all this crap.
Yeah.
This is not a pretty world. And now we're having shortage stuff coming up. That language is filling right now.
Yeah.
In that Webart report. The only part that's not is the $600 silver or even the 5 to 10 to 20 moves.
Yeah.
So there was one time we had a $5 move, and that was, I think, last year or maybe the year before. Actually, I think it was 2019. We had one time where it did a $5 move, but you had to look at the whole day's activity. Go, okay, it hit here and it fell down here. Okay, it was $5. But again, things sometimes start off where you see a little flicker, and then it becomes normal. So we got a flicker a couple years ago, and I think we're getting close to $5, 10, 20. Oh shit, I'm priced out. Should have listened, should have, could have, would have. And hopefully you got crypto or you at least had some silver at that time, those of you listening, so that you can capitalize on this if you need to. Because again, if things are getting tight and you need stuff and you got a little pile of silver that's worth a fortune, well, you may need to go sell a little bit of it to get the things you need, while we transition. And maybe it's only like a 2-3 month period, like I was saying earlier, a month or two or whatever, that things just get a little crazy. So, that we have to deal with. Now, JC, you're looking quite frozen right now on that screen of mine. He's holding it still. Oh, there you go. He's holding very still.
Yeah, I was calling you because you went dark.
Yeah, I didn't think it was me. I thought it was you. Okay.
Fuck, I don't know.
Somebody went.
I was able to chat. Hold on. So I still had.
Well, they saw you saying JC was frozen. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I was just mesmerized by what you were saying, Joe. I couldn't.
Yeah, I was like, God, he's holding still.
I was like, Joe Biden. $600 silver.
Yeah. In all seriousness, get your Thanksgiving supplies now. Get you should have already had a minimal 2 to 3 month supply of stuff. I told you guys before, you could go to Amazon, you could buy toilet paper right there, second day, delivery, 2-day delivery. You could buy your canned goods, tuna fish, canned fruits. I mean, you could eat that stuff in an emergency, just in case. The other issue is there might be, depending on where you are in the world or even in our country, there might be shit going down where, let's say, the message board 17 letter thing. It's November.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people rioting because they're trying to stop it. And it's the lefties.
Yeah.
But they're at your effing grocery store because you live in California and you didn't listen to JSNIP4 for the last 10 years of your life telling you to get the F out of there. You're still there.
Yeah.
And you realize, things are kind of okay, but not over there. And I need to go there. That's where I go to shop. I can't go anywhere else. They've got the streets blocked. I don't like what I'm seeing right now. That could be you. Well, oh, that's okay. We've got plenty of tuna fish. We've got some canned soup. We're going to have some soup and other goods for the next day or two until the police or the National Guard or whoever deals with these lefty lunatics, and I can go back to the store. You might have that situation. There could be different ones, for different people. So, just depending on where you are and what's happening.
Stay prepared. In the meantime, if you guys want to put your hands on some I was going to say Beyond Crypto reports, but that's something else, a whole other show. If you guys want to put your hands on these amazing WebBot data reports from Cliff High, Cliff was kind enough to put all of these in zip files for free to download here when he was last on with Joe here for this episode about temporal markers we did a couple of weeks ago. So the link is BeyondMystic.net/Cliff High. It's on the chat now, and it's also in the live chat. And it's funny, I put it in live chat in the last show. I pinned it in the comments. I put it in the description. Still, I got 100 emails of people who watched the show and then said, "Where do I find the files?" I'm like, I don't know. Just pause the screen where I said it. Just click on the link. I don't know. Anyway, so guys, BeyondMystic.net/Cliff High, and it's free. It's free. So, anyways, check it out. It was just funny how people send me emails. Where is it? I saw another YouTube host the other day, and they were saying the same thing, like the crazy amount of emails they get for like trivial things. It's like, Mom, where's the remote? Dude, find your own remote. Don't ask me to find the remote control to the TV. Yeah. You can find it.
Dad, what? Where's Mom?
I don't know. That was from Family Guy. Mama.
Yeah.
Remember? That was classic, guys. Yeah, all right, let me bring this up here too. While we were talking about silver, Andy was kind enough to give us another discount for the Beyond Mystic audience this week. These are the 2022 Silver Britannias at $369 over spot. I had Jim Willie on the other day for a pay-per-view too. He says, "Man, that's pretty cheap because compared to other people around there, that's still a very good price." So guys, check it out at BeyondMystic.net/silver. And this is the discount afforded to the Beyond Mystic audience. There you go. I'm still looking to get more silver too. Like I'm looking at these numbers. First of all, there's the $600 silver. In that last episode with Cliff and David Morgan, they were saying that, it sounds about right that this Christmas, like it was in the WebBot data reports, that people who had silver were going to be sitting down and talking about how to distribute generational wealth down their family line. That's how incredibly valuable silver is going to be. And you're right when you said, it doesn't stop at 600. No, the WebBot data actually said at some point, I believe, parity with gold and perhaps further than gold. So put your head around that. Yeah. In terms of gold prices, Jim Sinclair is last March. So they've printed a lot of money since last March, just so you know. And they haven't admitted to everything. So could you imagine if we knew everything they actually printed? But last March, Jim Sinclair was doing the math. He was saying, well, gold right now should be somewhere around $90,000 or I think $87,000 or $97,000 an ounce. So could you imagine silver passing gold? I mean, it's just mind-boggling to think about, really. What do you say on the silver psychic stuff, Joe? What do you want to share with the audience there? A lot of people were asking that on the last show too. What's your connection with silver and psychic ability? Are you integrating that with your mirror scrying, with your
I get zero on silver. Like it's not even on any kind of radar for me. Maybe because I just don't ever focus on it. I don't ever think about it. I got my stats.
Have you ever got there asking questions about silver?
I haven't. I don't think I have. If I have, I didn't get an answer, but I don't remember that I have even asked.
Okay.
But I thought maybe someone had asked me maybe one time, see if you get, maybe I tried. I just didn't get anything. I can't remember.
Okay.
But most of my stuff is, like I'd like to know more about crypto because it's so much easier, better, more profit quickly, for people to, more useful for people's information than silver right now, waiting for these high prices. But it'd be nice to get something where I go, they showed me a big, silver treasure chest or something, Oh, okay, that's an interesting sign, maybe it's about to start moving.
The dump truck full of silver. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
And do you use silver at all when you're like, is that silver you're pending?
That's pure silver, yeah.
Okay, so but that's where I was going with the question. Do you use it in your methodology when you're doing mirror scrying or in your escape or anything like that? So you do have the pendant. Okay.
Yeah, I usually have this. I just wear it though. I don't really do anything like else.
I'm looking forward to getting mine, by the way.
Yeah, I thought like maybe I should just. I go no. I'm handing it to him in person.
I know.
I'm giving it to him in person. I'm not mailing it.
I know. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's badass too, man.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just like, man, are we ever going to get our asses back to New Mexico at some point? Anyways.
I'm guessing it's next year after this shit show ends. I'm almost. I feel like I can say that like with almost a bit of certainty. Like this shit show has to get over with. Springtime comes. Okay, let's get together. Let's go. Maybe things aren't perfect, but it's plenty fine for us. We can go do our thing, get our asses back out there.
Yeah. All righty. Well, Joe, one last time, last pitch for Patreon for people who are just joining us now, who maybe missed the first part of the show. What do you got for them there? Especially people who are just waking up to this. We're getting into this panic to own moment that Cliff High was predicting. When we saw the 60,000 plus Bitcoin this week, my phone rang again. It's like, oh my God, JC, I remember you were teaching this at the JoJo. It was $500. I should have bought it then. I'm like, yeah, maybe. So the panic one for those people who are waking up, what do you got for them? Which package should we be looking at, Joe?
Yeah, just the middle, JSNIP4's Crypto Woo Woo, where we talk crypto woo woo stuff, my dreams, woo woo dude, my progression and certain things I do sometimes about, like with my mirror scrying, which I've done a video on that a while back. I've got that posted on there. It's a while back, but different stuff that woo woo dudes kind of showed me or taught me, and some of it I put on there. But I'm kind of, a young Padawan myself, so it's like I'm not really a teacher, but I do share some of the stuff that I learned, but also the crypto stuff, of course, when I get stuff. And sometimes it's a little while before I get something, and it just is what it is. I don't want to go in there and post stupid crypto articles about something like, oh, here's a new news article. Well, you could have found that yourself. Like I don't want to waste anyone's time and waste space. Like,
but to be clear, for the people who are just starting, you still have the videos there.
So I've got. Okay. They're pinned right now, so as soon as you join, it'll be one of the first things you see as you scroll down the page, where it's the Crypto 101 stuff. I've got two videos in there, actually 3. The third one's about how to use the VPN to set it up to use Mandela Exchange if you want certain coins that you can't get on Coinbase and other places, but you can get there. How do I do that? I walk you through it. How do you open a wallet? How do you use Exodus wallet? How do I keep it safe? And I just go over all that stuff. So those videos are, good stuff for the noobs, for sure.
Okay. And you do provide quite a bit also here on YouTube when you're not, in jail.
Yeah. It might be a little week. Yeah, 1 week ago, you see that. I was gone for a week.
Yeah, it was like, man, Joe's busy. I don't know. He must be raking leaves or something. What's going on?
We said you were digging out rocks and stuff today, right?
Oh, yeah. My hands are like turned to shit. And my back.
See, I got you prepared for that in New Mexico, man. You thank me for that.
Exactly. Backbreaking work. Because Dave and I called Joe JSNIP4 Man. So there you go. All right, baby. That was the Wacky Woo here on Friday. We do apologize for our guest who wasn't able to join us tonight due to feeling under the weather, but we will be trying to reschedule that very, very soon for you guys. In the meantime, please remember to like, share, and subscribe on Joe's channel. And also here, if you're new to my channel and you want to stay in my house, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's my third channel. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.